Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. So thank you very much for joining me. Remember, again, as a very much quick reminder, after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them to join us. Thank you very much if you have done that. So tonight, we are starting from the update. That is the Anambra debacle, where the governor of the state, Charles Soludo, was at these loggerheads with the main market traders, Onitsha traders, read away, simply because they are observing their own voluntary sit at home, where on Mondays they choose not to open their shops. And that infuriated the governor enough that he said they've ended the issue of a sit at home in Anambra state. So why should the Onitsha traders, right, be observing that? And it wasn't pretty much like anybody forced them. So he sent a directive that they must open. Then they defied him last week. That prompted him to close the market as punishment for for not actually like obeying his order. Now, a lot of reactions have followed that, including those who have condemned his actions, while some actually like supported his actions. Depends on which side of the coin you belong. So the traders themselves said that if the governor wanted them to actually open shop, then he needed to provide their security for them in case if they are attacked. Attacked by who? So these exchanges lasted a week. The majority of people were waiting for what will happen today. Were the traders going to probably defy the governor again and decide to stay off? Or Soludo will have his own, his ego pretty much like restored. So earlier this morning, initially, a lot of the traders stayed away. And the military, or should I say the security guys supplied to provide security around the area. People were not sure what their intentions were, okay? So people stayed off. There were so many measures, probably the behind-the-scene measures to ensure that the leadership of the market were pretty much on board. So this morning, they started signing what they call the attendance register. So initially, until later in the day, when the news kind of like spread that, you know what, people could go to their shops and open up because Soludo is going to demolish over 10,000 shops and probably rebuild them and redistribute these shops. So that prompted a lot of people to come back to their stores. So this morning, earlier, there was a panic that the main market Onitsha will likely not open or maybe partially open. That's what we're going to start from this evening to what later happened. Those of you who have been following it in bits or those who are yet to, you could do your catch up here. So first, earlier this morning, Monday morning.
This is Onitsha main market this morning. Abeg, wetin dey happen? Make una give us update. Na true say people no gree come out come open their shops. People are so scared though. Like for real, people are so scared because they don't threaten say if you open your shop, anything where you see you go take. What is the situation? Make una give us update now. We are waiting. I don't dey for line since.
So this morning we bought new bus. So this is a live report today being February 2nd February 2026. In Ayabefuna, the whole gate needed to be opened from A to Z. The whole market needed to be opened as ordered by Governor Charles Soludo, the Anambra governor. But because when something is going on, you have to know how to tackle it, not by this, by everything is not about using force in this country. Look at the whole market. This is New Pass, popularly New Pass in Anambra. Every shop I want to take some few, making some few videos, because everywhere is totally locked down, the whole shop. Even I met one of them, the guy told me that he has made video, he didn't see any customer in the market. So this is what is going on. Here is New Pass, one of the popularly markets in Anambra. Everywhere is totally ghost town, the whole shops. So this is what is going on. Soludo, what you are doing is against law. You cannot ask people when to open their shop and when not to open their shop. It's against fundamental right of a human being on this very planet Earth. So, and this is unacceptable. So, you can see the market is open, but everywhere is completely shut down. You can't see people everywhere, completely shut down. The whole market. You can see this is in New Pass. Let me tell you the location. So I'll end the video just to tell you that power belongs to the people. You cannot decide for the masses. The masses has the right to decide for you. Understand? So it doesn't matter the humiliation. These people are doing this thing in way of protest for their leader, Mazen Nandekan, who is on castration. Understand? Look at this is New Pass, Mbuka, New Tire, Main Market, Obog, Headbridge, Obosisi, Obabada, Mbuko, Obosi, Mbuka Mpo. Every market is totally under key and locked. So that is to show you that power belongs to the people. You cannot beat a child and ask him or her not to cry. So Governor Chukwuma Soludo, finally, it's like shame is coming on you. Shame, a very big shame. So share this video to tell you exactly the situation that is going on. All markets are open, but the problem is that no customer to buy the market. So what are you going to do in the shop? The answer is no. We don't have anybody to buy the market. So nobody is in the to buy the market. So are we going to just open the shop? Everywhere the door is open, but everywhere is totally shut down. We didn't see anybody to buy the market. So the best thing is for us to lock the shop. So that is it. This is to tell you that power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people.
So because of the furore that the action of Soludo generated when he shut down the market, because Soludo feels like the idea, in fact, let me even remind you, okay? The idea of sit at home as a form of civil disobedience or a form of protest was developed, in fact, popularized by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for one reason and one reason only. Nigerian government, when it comes to any form of procession, protests, or gatherings that is not government approved, so they will automatically become hostile to them. People were being attacked and killed. When people were attacked and killed in Abia State, simply because they went out to do the Heroes Day, the May 30th of the Biafran Remembrance Day, right? Do you know that, right? So people went out peacefully, women, children, elderly people, to converge at a school. And that's what they normally do. People will converge all over Igbo land to remember the fallen heroes, the May 30th every month. It was on one of those occasions that the Nigerian police also mobilized their men in a combat mode, and they shot and killed more than 50 people. And these were unarmed civilians, so women, children. The video was on social media, it was online for a very long time. It's very much online. They did nothing. So that was why they said, you see, instead of us going out there to show, you know what, we would rather embark on this sit at home protest, which means you were down tools for a single day. That probably those in authority will begin to understand the importance of the grievances of the people they are leading. But rather than for the political class to see through that, they decided to criminalize sit at home. You cannot gather together more than 4 people without actually being attacked or accused of being an IPOB or any other criminal thing that they want to attach, they've criminalized in that region. So staying at home also becomes a crime. For you to stay at home and say you are protesting in support of this or that, that makes them look weak. And on Monday last week, when Soludo felt like there is another authority beyond his own authority, not to address whatever it is that prompted that in any way, but rather he felt so challenged. And in that regard, he decided to wield his power against the people's power. And he didn't really win them, he threatened them. And that's what they normally do. If you don't open your shops on Monday, I will shut down this market for 2 weeks. You will not have anything to trade there. And if you come back and you still not open on Monday, I am going to demolish the entire market. See? Threat. Not to engage, not to by any means like, meet in the middle of anything at all. It's about ego. The same thing that brought everybody to this level. So by noon, they've been able to make the announcement that even Soludo was coming to check. So the market was opened and Soludo got what he wanted, to show the world that I am the governor. And of course, some of the other people who wanted to see what today would be like, they were all on hand to check as well. Here is when the stores kind of started looking alive, coming together.
This is Onitsha main market this morning. I beg.
Ebe anyị the Johnson Street main market.
Why there's a part I actually forgot. Right? Why is it that some of these main markets in Nigeria, big, massive markets in Nigeria, when you go inside them, they are pure ghettos, shacks and shanties and not what do you call them, like makeshift attached stalls. Something that makes it easier for fire hazard. Why is it like this? I said, did you see the environment when somebody was making the video in the? This is almost the same way in every major market in Nigeria. And when I say Nigeria, I mean all over Nigeria.
Ebe anyị the Johnson Street main market Onitsha. Ka anyị kpagharịa na nke anyị fụkọ n'ọdụ afịa dị ugbu a.
It's always all looking like that. Even if they recently, let me say, even if they build a market from scratch, just give it a few years, after maybe 5-10 years, you start seeing all the heaps of rubbish everywhere. The connecting roads, or what do you call it, the pathway, everything will be gone. All like, so it's the same. And government continue to make, billions from these markets yearly. The money that they call revenue never really gets to this, to be used in keeping these markets very, very, organized. It's always like that. Anyway, that was the Onitsha main market this afternoon, meaning people later came out, even though some believed that it is not as busy as it used to be on a normal day. So, but this is a good start. Okay, so people will probably now start opening their shops and be patronized by buyers or the consumers every Monday. This is actually not something that is all over Anambra, by the way, but the way Soludo do this, other people are saying he just needed an excuse. There is an end plan or end goal to all of this. He is planning to take over part of the market. And the only way he could do that is to use this opportunity, right, to label some people the enemies of the states, who are the friends of the enemies of the states. So therefore, there is no point in them still having shops or stores there anymore. Or this particular place should be leveled up. You know what I mean? There are people suspecting that, and they may not be totally wrong. This is the other part of the video from today, Onitsha main markets.
We have lost people, though.
What people want to see.
Yes, that there is security assurance.
Police non are to an next Monday, I will look there.
I hear as over go now. People, if we're not
content and a month. So people can
see, I see like nine.
No.
What is happening? I know see Importer zone.
Okay.
This is a poor bidder. Which type of bidder?
Mata tana sit at home collapse go.
No collapse go.
If the government did the need, in a TSC police.
This is a good start.
Very good one.